Hello and welcome to Grind Slime TV with me, your host Aaron. And today, of course, is B-Side Saturday. And have I got a fat stack for you. Oh yes. So at the end of the day, we win the whole week with me over in the YouTube jails and whatnot. So we can't be having any of that, can we? So I thought I'd make sure I'd get an extra big old pile of records for you today. Let's have a look here. We've got 12 records here today. So we're going to have a good old look at these. And I'm just going to do these in the order that I can reach them. And it's going to be the tapes first. So let's have a look at the tapes. Coming up first, we have got Boom 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 from, one of them's from Oakland, California. The other band I am not entirely sure on. Tried looking it up. Not a lot of info, but is what it is. And that is the split between Gourmet and Haggis. Oh, yeah, there they are. Look, chefing it up. Oh, yeah, doing their thing. Really fun little split here. You get 7 songs from Gourmet in less than 5 minutes. So, pros, clearly. And you got Haggis, who got 3 songs, sorry, in about the same amount of time, 4-5 minutes. So, respectable. And there's the inside there, not much different to the outside, which is always fun. But you get a little track listing, and Gourmet got some pretty cool ones here. Every bun should be grilled. Thought that was pretty fun. What else we got here? Necrotic picnic action, pretty fun. Bread shall rise. So you get the idea. But this is very much a sort of mince gore grind kind of release. So you get 10 minutes of solid mincing mayhem, which is always fun. Got a nice standard blue shell case on the old MC music cassette, as they call it. So yeah, that was put out by Fuck Your Life Records and Grindfather Productions. The year I didn't see, but it was a few years ago. Not ages ago, maybe I think it was around like 2020, circa, give or take a year or two, But yeah, really good fun one there. Gourmet and Haggis. The Gourmet side, I believe, is up on YouTube, but always worth checking their band camps. Grind bands are normally pretty good at doing the old stuff on Bandcamp for people, so always worth looking out for. Right, next one we've got coming up. This is a band from out of Spain. Fantastic band as well. And they're defunct now. I think they went from, was it 94 to 2004, something like that. These guys went. But yeah, this is Spain's own Machetazo. And this is their second compilation, EP and split compilation. Ultratumba 2. So, yeah. And this is splits and EPs from 2006 to 2014. So, yeah, really cool stuff here. You've got a load of the... these are all like 7 inches, as you can see there, along the top. And I've actually got a few of those, which is pretty cool. I've got let's have a look. Yeah, I've got that one there, which is pretty cool. Can't really make out the artwork on these bad boys, unfortunately. It's really annoying. And I've also got the one next to it with split with Raz. And what's the other one I've got? Oh, there, yeah, that one on the end, which they're split with Rib Spreader. Really, really cool stuff. What forgot here? So yeah, we've got 22 songs here all together, which is always fun. You get a few covers on here as well, which is really, really cool. Like you get Creator's Tormentor, Mortician's Fog of Death, Dark Thrones. This is where I fuck it up. Skuld av Satana's Soul. Track 3 off of Transylvanian Hunger. Boom! One of the greatest records in existence. Cannot be denied. Anyone who does deny it is either a liar or a communist, and I don't know which is worse. So yeah, really, really cool stuff here. What other ones do you get on there? dying / demon. So you got like a bit of a obituary there, and what's it? I can't. The other name escapes me. But yeah, you get some really cool stuff on there. Really, really good fun. There's a corrupted cover on there as well. So yeah, you get a whole bunch of stuff going on. But it's nice, really cool, groovy sort of just straight up death metal with some grindy sort of death grind kind of stuff, but really, really fun, really catchy, really groovy, very heavy. They like that distorted bass, which is I'm all about, and the on vocals and guitar, I believe it is Paco or Peso. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, but he's in bands like Death Control, Leprophiliac, Liturgical Damage, loads of bands. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. And there's the old artwork there, as I'm sure YouTube will love. So yeah, that's Mashitazo Ultra Tumba 2. Where's my water? 1 second. Bloody hell. Right, let's keep this train going. Coming up next, a little bit different here, not quite in the well, yeah, still grind, but in the more sort of extremo mental sort of thing. You guys know what it is. This is Rotten Sound Murder Works. Absolutely cracking album. You get a half hour here of blistering death grind. And yeah, stuff there. Look, yeah. Cheers, thanks, and all that lot. So yeah, there's a little story there about how they did the recording. That's just liner notes going on. But yeah, really, really, really fun. No lyrics or anything, because who needs them? You've got the full fold out there like that. Look, there we go. So you get that full cover. Bound photos there. And yeah, really, really nice sort of layout. And I mean, this is blisteringly fast stuff as well. And the aggression carries on all the way through. Like, there's no respite. Like, these guys are just like fucking absolutely furious. Now, I'm not a huge Rotten Sound fan, because like a lot of their stuff I've heard have been like, it's fine. It's just, you know, just didn't do it for me or something. But this album in particular, I think, is pretty much their album where it's like, you know, it's all you need. If someone said like, what's the one album you need to take from Rotten Sound, Murder Works is certainly it. And I think this is their second or third album. I think it's their third album. I'm not entirely sure. But believe it or not, I actually picked this up just this week as well. They just got re-released, I believe. And I thought, you know what, I don't actually own this yet. So I was really pleased to pick that up finally. So that was really cool. Yeah, it came the same day as my Dying Fetus LP, the Infatuation with Malevolence demo. Oh yes, oh yes. So we like to get the good stuff around here. So yes, Rotten Sound, Murder Works, absolutely ferocious, just nasty, fasty blasty, as we like to say around here. Coming up next, we've got a bit of a classic right here. Oh yeah, and Murder Works are from Murder Works. Rotten Sound are from was it Finland? Yeah, I think it's Finland. I'm probably wrong, but I think it's Finland. But feel free to correct me in the downstairs bit. But yeah, so come up next, we've got a nice little classic here. Oh yes, and this is from 1992, and this is coming all the way from Budapest in Hungary. We are talking about Nyuntota. Oh yeah, and they're Consumed in Gore demo. Classic gore grind right here. Really, really cool. Yeah. Look at these guys. Well, yeah, but I'm pretty yeah. But yeah. As far as the name goes, it's spelled Neuntoter. So it could be Neontoter as well. But when I see Neu, I tend to think like, you know, neutron, neutral, you know. So Neuntota. What do you guys reckon? I don't know. But musically, fuck me, dude. This is what you want. This has got that old school sort of. You can definitely hear those, classic gore grind roots going on. Oh, of course, but this has its own little sort of. It is death metal-y in there. You can tell there are like metalheads as well at the same time. So very sort of deathy gore grind, but classic stuff. Really cool recording. They know when to go fast. They know when to go slow. They do both very well. And look at that. Look, this is what I'm talking about. Look at that logo. The pentagrams and stuff like that. It's like you don't really see that with a lot of gore grind stuff, So very, very cool. But yeah, definitely one I've got to recommend to everyone. They're like, oh, there, look, their Dear Side and Morbid Angel stuff going on. Yeah, who else we got there? He's got his Napalm Death. So yeah, they're all about it. It's all getting around. But no, this is definitely one of those ones. This is up on YouTube. I think these guys only did. I think they did a couple of demos, and then they've had like maybe some rehearsals re-released later on like compilations and stuff. But yeah, I think these guys did 2 demos, and then they changed their. They changed their name. They may have done. But yeah, this absolute classic, and one that's overlooked quite a lot as well. Like these are a really, really cool band. It was yeah. What was I going to say? Completely lost train of thought there. It's fine. It'll come back to us. But yeah, riff heavy, dark, dirty, and disgusting. It's everything you want, really, right there. Sort of, if you like that old school sort of horrible, gore grindy, death grind kind of sound, then you're not going to go wrong with these guys. It's just fantastic stuff. It's like that whole thing's up on YouTube. I think it's about 26 minutes long. I think it was, but oh, right up there with the classics. Got to be done. Where's that water? There it is. Right. What's next? Coming up next, we got I don't know how you pronounce this, but this is a I don't know how you pronounce either of these actually, but we'll try it anyway. It's another split. This is through Grindfather Productions. This only came out last year, year before, and it's between Myzoma and Hukego Grind Time. So there we are. Oh, see, he's been split because it's a split. It's fucking witty, innit? Yeah, these guys are geniuses. But yeah, really, really cool stuff going on there. Digging that. And what's the thing called? West Coast Grind Invasion. So there you go. I'm guessing they're Californian or something like that. Which is and I know that is it. Hukego Grind Time is like well into his anime and stuff. So cool. It does a lot of that sort of stuff. I like the band pictures down here. Like each one's got like a sort of weird zombie-ish kind of drawing. Looks cool. I like it. But yeah, you get 5 songs from each one. Myzoma, Mixoma. I don't know. But yeah, they're definitely more of your sort of straight up sort of modern gore grind kind of thing. Sort of going on. So can't go wrong with that. Bit of noise in there as well. Not complete noise, but it's got it going on. And then Hukego Grind Time, they're pretty much more of the same, but with a bit more sort of an early Napalm Death kind of feel to it as well. I think like when I think like early Napalm Death, like okay, maybe not too early, but earlier, sort of like around sort of thing like Mentally Murdered kind of thing. So you get those sort of thrashy riffs in there as well. So really, really cool stuff. Catchy as anything, well produced. I mean, I think they're home recordings. Yeah, who even fucking knows? Yeah, I believe they are. I don't fucking know, but it's what it is, But yeah, you get 10 songs in pretty much the same amount of time, all in all. So definitely pros. And there's the other side there, nice orange tape. So if you like your modern sort of gore and death grind kind of stuff that's sort of happening, then yeah, this is pretty much more of it. You know, there's nothing overly unique about this stuff, but I think that's probably its strength. You know, it's cool. It does exactly what you want it to do, and 10 minutes of like just blasting noise and riffage. Yeah, this can tick that box very nicely. And then I've also got one of those Hukego grind time splits with Blue Holocaust as well, which is a very good split, but obviously Blue Holocaust take the prize because they're special at what they do, but doesn't take anything away from Hukego or Hukago or however it's pronounced. I don't know. Coming up next, we've got a classic band with I reckon one day to be a classic album. This is an absolutely fantastic record in my opinion, very overlooked. And I'm not a big fan of, I don't dislike anything by this band, but there's stuff I just hear it and I just think, okay, cool. It's it's not exactly gore metal or the Hemdale split, you know, but until this one came out, exhumed horror. I was blown away by this record when it came out because I saw they had another one out and I saw that artwork and I thought, yeah, that looks really cool. Yeah, all about that. Sweet. This is a head split release as well for the cassette, so nice one, Head Split Records. But like, I remember this sort of came out and I heard like at the time people were saying, like, oh yeah, they put like a proper deathy sort of like grindcore record out again. You know, sort of like a lot of sort of 2 minute and under songs going on, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking get into that. And then the first song I heard on here was Scream Out in Fright, which may have been the single they put out or whatever it is that they debut like these tracks out these days. I don't know what you'd call them. But yeah, I remember hearing that and thinking, oh mate, this is fucking sick. So yeah, so when I got this album, I was very, very, very pleasantly surprised because I'd heard things like, because like obviously like gore metal and Slaughter Cult are fantastic, and as is the Hemdale split I mentioned earlier as well. But everything I heard after that, it was like, yeah, this is, you know, pretty cool. There's a track here and there like Matter of Splatter, you know, but then I heard that song, is it Necromocracy or something it was called, and I didn't dislike it. I was just bored. You know, and I heard those Garbage Days things that they did. And I listened to those, and I was like, oh, yeah. And you know, there's a few other albums. I don't know. When it sort of ended, it took me like 10 minutes to realise, and I was like, oh, I've been sitting here in silence for like 10 minutes. I didn't even notice. But no, this is fucking fantastic. Absolutely brilliant record from start to finish. Really catchy, really memorable, and just all round heavy. And it's just a really fun record as well. You know, and like I mentioned, they've got the songs like let's have a look. Scream Out in Fright, banger. Oh mate, they're all really good. Yeah, I was trying to like sort of find some other ones that are like stand out, but no, they're all really fucking good actually. Yeah. Yeah, you get 15 songs, and I think it's just over 20 minutes or something. So they're a bit proggy here and there, maybe like 25, 26 minutes or something. I think it's under half an hour at least. But yeah, really, really, really fun. Ross Sewage's vocals sound as awesome as ever, but everyone sounds great on here. You know, they've really brought the production sounds fantastic, and it's very sort of reflective. So it's sort of like a blue kind of like copper tape or something. I don't know. Either way, shiny, proper shiny. Woo. So yeah, definitely for me, I would even say I prefer this to Slaughter Cult. I think this is their best album since Gore Metal. And yeah, some people won't like to hear that, but I don't. Yeah, that's how I'm saying it, and there's lots going down. Now, what else we got here? We've got, oh yeah, they're from the US, aren't they? Were they from like Cleveland or something? I don't know. But coming up next, we're going to head back over to the US, and we're talking, of course, to Maryland and Not Dying Fetus But Misery Index and their EP Overthrow, absolute banger. Really nice sort of just sort of death grind with a little bit of a technical edge to it, but very aggressive, very angry, and just very naughty. Plus, this one gets a few extra bonus tracks as well. So you get some songs that I think were recorded or unreleased at the time or whatever, or they were actually there might have been compilation appearances. But you also get a bunch of live songs on here as well, with just songs that were on this particular release. So that's always fun too. So sometimes which is always cool, like when you get these like bonus live stuff and there's a load of material in there you don't know, and it's like, oh, right, cool, yep. And there's a bit of like a trailer for like other albums and stuff. But I also like it when all the live tracks are just songs that are on this particular release as well. So that's always fun. You get both versions. So really, really cool. Misery Index, again, one of those bands that like nothing's bad necessarily, but a lot of it just sort of goes in here, one in here, in one ear and out the other. But the Overthrow EP, I think, is fantastic. Like, this is just what the doctor ordered. If I want some Misery Index, I just throw this down, blast it out for all of the. I mean, this is altogether like maybe 40 minutes altogether, but all told. But like the original EP off was just a 5-tracker. I think it's like 17 minutes long, and that's up on YouTube. So you just smash that on. It's just like, oh, that scratched an itch, I tell you. In fact, if you put this on and follow it up with Murder Works by Rotten Sound, you get a pretty aggressive amount of music for under an hour. So that's always fun. Got to make that happen. Who put this out? This was Repulsive Echo. So I'm guessing that's a like a re-release or a reissuing label or something, by the judging by the name. But no, really, really fun stuff. If you've heard Misery Index before and you're not into it, but you haven't heard this release, I would say check this one out. This is, for me, it's their strongest stuff. And if you haven't heard them at all and you don't like this, then I don't know what to tell you. The rest of it might do it for you if you're into that. But for me, Overthrow that's the one that you need. Though I have got another one of their albums. I think it's their second album. I've got that on a promo sort of disc, and I throw that on once every couple of years, and I'm like, yeah, it's cool. It's fine. Got some good bits, but yeah, it's no Overthrow by any stretch of the imagination. I should probably do a promo video one day. Just grab a bunch of them and just show them off. Now, I've got another one here. This is the last of the cassettes, and then we go on to the other beauties. And this is, as you guys know, one of my favourite modern death metal bands to come out in the past few years. We are talking, of course, about Tenebro from Italy, and this is their album. What was it? Una Llama d'Argento. Yeah, so the name's Argento or something like that. Either way, this is as you can imagine, if you're a horror fan, a concept album dedicated entirely to Dario Argento, who made movies like Suspiria, Phenomena, Tenebrae, Inferno, to name many others. Shitloads. He does some great ones. Bird with Crystal Plumage, Cat o' Nine Tails, Opera, Deep Red. Yeah, he was involved with those Demons movies as well, and Once Upon a Time in America. The guy's done shitloads. So quite rightly, you've got people out there paying tribute to the man, and there's a couple of them right there. So yeah, really, really cool stuff here. You get, let's see now. Yeah, you get 11 songs in total, and do you know what? This is, if you like if you've heard Tenebro and you like Tenebro, this is pretty much more of the same, but in the best way possible, you know. And I read some of the reviews on Metal Archives. People were saying, "Oh yeah, this is much more mature than their older stuff," and it's like, well, I don't know. I think it sounds pretty much on brand, for lack of a better phrase. But no, I think it's wicked. It's got those really cool sort of dissonant, melodic but deep riffs. The very unique sounding reverberated drum machine going on. Yeah, very much down to what Tenebros sound like, and so very, very pleased with this record. Really, really good. Their first one's still my favourite of their full lengths, and their very favourite thing of mine is their demo, which is absolutely fantastic, and the EP that followed it. So yeah, those are brilliant. Really, really cool. And people seem to slag them off on Metal Archive. So what the hell's wrong with you? Who do you think you are? But no, really, really cool band. These guys bring out stuff all the time as well. They're really constantly busy, and got to respect that. And also, you know, to stay that busy and put out music that's consistent as well. You know, that to me it goes a long way. Let's turn this thing around. What's going on here? Bloody thing. So yeah, that's the cassettes. For look at this, nearly half hour into it already. We still got 4 more to go. Oh. So let's get on to this next one, shall we? We are talking about. Oh, wait a minute. I feel like I've got one of those wrong. I think I said New and Total were from Budapest. I don't think that's right. I think they're from Spain. Yes, they are from Spain. This other band I got over here is from Budapest. Yeah, so New and Total, they're from Spain. Whew. Not Budapest in Hungary. So, oh, God, that we managed to suss it. Oh, fantastic. So, from Budapest in Hungary, we've got Retortion. Now, look at this. All right. Who do you think these guys sound like? I'll give you 3 guesses. But yeah, really, really fun band. Obviously, there's some huge Repulsion worship there, but they don't sound like a clone either. They've got the same sort of playing style. Vocals are very different, very much more, a bit more bellowy, not quite as high up as what's his bloody name? Scott. What's his? You know the cunt I'm on about. But yeah, we're talking about Retortion anyway. So there's, well, they've got some sort of zombie merch stand going on, which is always fun to see. Gotta love that. There they all are there, look. Oh yeah. So yeah, not a straight up clone, which is fun. I mean, none of the lyrics are in English, so that's fine. You know, if you can read Hungarian, you're well away. Nice photo collage there as well, very old school looking. All about that. Very cool. And yeah. And notice they didn't add like fake tears or anything like that. You know, so staying in with the times. It's cool. You know, no try harding too much for as far as a band called Retortion with that logo and kind of artwork goes. But still, this is really, really fun stuff. It's got that nice raw production, but it doesn't sound like it's purposely like done that way. Like, no, we spoke about before, when people like, when they get into the mixing, they try to make it sound like something it's not, and it's like you can spot it a mile away. But no, this is the production on this is really, really cool. Underneath the CD tray, you've got the that going on. But yeah, this got sent to me without the jewel case. But thankfully, I had this one beaten and busted one laying around. So Retortion, you got that one, so which is actually really fitting because, you know, it's got a bit damaged, a bit rough around the edges, just like these guys. Really fun, really heavy. Speed's the name of the game, and you know it's got that Repulsion love in there, but it's not strictly just, you know, they're not like nicking riffs or anything like that. It's got its own cool sort of just death grindy just feel about it. And yeah, it's not going to be for everybody, but I really enjoyed it. You know, it's got a very sort of a very punky energy to it, which is always nice. You know, same as Repulsion did too. But like I say, it's got Repulsion worship, but it's not a clone by any stretch. I don't think it is. And I've heard that Horrified record more times than you've had hot dinners. So, now the next CD. Oh yes, this one will. I believe this is one of Miaka's favourites over here, and we are talking about Blood-Splattered Pathological Dysfunctions by Brazil's Lymphatic Phlegm. Fantastic band, one of my favourites. I know any of those of you who've been watching the channel for a while, you know, you probably know Aaron likes his Lymphatic Phlegm. Yes, he does. And look at that logo. How cool is that? That kind of wingdings, kind of Impetigo, Lord Gore, kind of like, you know, autopsy. Just, yeah, I like maggot ejaculation. Remember them? Yeah, Squirm. But yeah, really, really cool stuff. Get the lyrics in here as well. Look, they're giving you lyrics. You got 17 songs on here, I believe it was. Was it? Yeah, 17 songs, and I think it's like 23 minutes long, I think. So yeah, keeping it cool, getting a bit proggy in places, but it's all right. It's all right. But there's the boys themselves, Andre, Louise, and what's the other guy's name? Let's have a look here. That's it, Rodrigo Alcantara. Yeah, which is I'll probably pronounce that really wrong, but no, really, really, really fun stuff going on there. Very raw. That the drum machine sounds fantastic, and you've got the really sort of scooped mids, drowned in reverb guitars going 90 miles an hour behind them. You've got the nice pitch shifted vocals, just everything you'd want from your sort of pathological gore grind thrown into the most unique gore grind band going, I think, is Lymphatic Phlegm. Others try, and some come close, but yeah, only Lymphatic Phlegm can make Lymphatic Phlegm. I'm telling you, it's absolute bang on stuff. This is their EP, so some would call it a full length, but apparently it's an EP, and this is from, I think, 2000. So yeah, definitely this is like their way early stuff. This is literally like maybe like 3 or 4 releases in from after like some of the demos and shit. So really, really good. Just all round classic modern gore grind. Just, and if you love drum machines like I do, then this for me is just like it's mandatory listening. You got to at least check it out. But if you want a band that sounds pretty close to Lymphatic Phlegm while also sounding like its own thing, check out Blasted Pancreas album Carcinoma. The second album came out like fucking years later after the original guy had already passed on, so it's nowhere near as good. But yeah, Carcinoma by Blasted Pancreas, fantastic record, and it's got a really cool Lymphatic Phlegm cover on there as well. So got that going for it. Now we're heading back over to Finland. We've got a 7-inch here to show you, and I'm gonna absolutely balls up this pronunciation, I tell you. So Mika, feel free to jump into the comments and let me know how bad I've done, as I know you are want to do. Yeah, it's all good though. I need correcting. So this is 2 finished bands. This is some sludge, and it's a 7-inch. It's a good old splitty split. And what I like about this is that it's got a double gatefold action going on. We're talking about the split between, here we go, Lardon Aika and Frogskin. Frogskin are really cool. Frogskin were the reason I bought this, but this other band's pretty cool too. A little different. It's almost like a sort of softer sludge, almost, but it's still dooming. Don't you worry about that. But Frogskin's more like, you know, there's that sludgy McSludgerson going on over there. And yeah, you get one track from each of these bad boys going on. There's some details on them and stuff and whatnot. All very nice and good. I think this is 2014 this came out, I think. 2015, something like that. And just have a look at that double gatefold action. Whoa! That's what we like to see. Look at all that. All them skulls is. Oh, having a terrible time, you know. And then, of course, you got over here. You got the whole sort of apocalyptic, destroyed city thing going on, which is always nice and fun. Now, if you're into your sludge, like, you know, your Molochs, your meth drinkers, your corruptids, your dystopias and whatnot, Carol Ann, then yeah, you pretty much know what you're getting into. Nice and simple, on black as well, of course, and just the way it's got to be done. But yeah, really, really cool stuff. I know sludge isn't for everybody. I know a few of you guys have voiced your opinions on sludge and whatnot, but that's cool. It's definitely not for everyone. You know, it's nice and slow and stuff, but I really dug it. And I've got another EP by Frog Skin as well, because I only recently really came across it, because I saw their releases sort of knocking about on Grindfather Productions, and just didn't think anything of it. And then on the fly, just like like maybe a couple of months ago, I just thought, I'll give that Frog Skin a go, see what that's like. Maybe it's, maybe it's something I might dig, maybe not. I was expecting it to be some sort of like grind or noise or something, but then when it was sludge, I was like, ooh, okay, fair enough. And this was put out between, let's have a look here, Rusto Osiris, Doom to Misery Recordings, 82 Records, and Rame Kukeli. I can't read that, my friend. I do apologise. But there's the labels at the top there. So, yeah, got that out. Pretty cool. So, you like your sludge? Definitely worth checking out. Got to be done. Oh, yes. Now, the last one. We made it, ladies and gentlemen. We got here. We've made it happen. Some of you will recognise the poster from some of the other videos, particularly some of the shorts I might have put out. And other ones you may just caught the edge of it or whatever, but who knows. And that is, of course, For a Glory of All Evil Spirits Rise for Victory by Masterful. Oh, it's a classic. This is a record from, I believe they originally put this out in, I think it was like 94, 95, something like that. So very common. When you see that sort of thing, you know that's Aaron's bag. There they are on the back, little chilling out, doing their thing. Plenty of songs there to keep you going. But about half hour's worth, I think it is. No, it might be a full 40 minutes. I can't remember. But either way, get a load of this. You get that gatefold action that we love so much around here. Got your lyrics there, look. Just the two of them in that photo. So, but yeah, for some reason there's 5 of them on this one. This did come with a poster as well, which is up on the wall, as you can imagine, as well, from what I said a minute ago. Here's the old LP. This was put out by Nuclear War Now Productions. The original, I can't remember. But this is the reissue, of course, and this was the Die Hard edition, if I remember rightly. Had some other stuff with it, I can't remember. Yes, it had a patch and stuff, but yep, really, really cool stuff. You got your transparent red, which is pretty cool. This is, of course, the days before Yosuke had his fancy pressing plant that he's got now. Well done on that as well, my friend. Always got to be done. But yeah, really, this is one of those great sort of black metal records. It's got some death metal stuff on there as well, of course. But if you're into your sort of, it's got some synths going on, so I love all that. It's almost like Hellenic black metal, but harsher. It has those nice moments where it sort of goes melodic and stuff, but it's definitely darker. Has those sort of heavier sort of parts. I guess you could just sort of call that more like traditional sort of extreme metal sort of things going on. But no, really, really fun record. I mean, this is one that gets regularly spun. I always enjoy it. Even from like the intro battle, and I think it's the one is it? One of them's some good instrumentals on here, you know, with like keys and stuff. But no, if you like that old school, it's like oh mate, it's sort of like Goat Moon, not Goat Moon, Goat Lord. It doesn't sound like them, but sort of like Goat Lord, Rotting Christ, Martyr, you know, stuff like a blend of all that. There's a bit of sort of, I think there's definitely a strong necrophobic influence here as well, maybe. But no, really, really good album. Great songs, really cool songwriting, production's awesome. You know, it's nice and raw. Get your little catalogue sleeve that they like to hand out every now and then in there as well. But yeah, honestly, this is one of those ones that when I came across it, I think it was like maybe 10 years ago I found these guys, and I think I saw this on sale on like NWN and was like, yeah, let's check it out, you know, it's nice and cheap. And I was just like, mate, this is the fucking shit. I did check out their other stuff though. They've got a compilation CD out there which has this and some of their other like EP and unreleased tracks like that. And that other stuff I thought was dog shit. But no, this is fantastic. So this is all you need. So yeah, and it's got a crazy title. For a glory of all evil spirits rise for victory. So yeah, make that happen. I mean, you can just look at that and just, it sounds how it looks. It's got that kind of occult, dark, mystical, evil kind of sound to it, but also the touch of class. So, plus it's got that gatefold action. So, you know, already it's earning itself a little bit more. What's this say on the old hype sticker? So, yeah, here we go. So, yeah, Polish cult black metal album from 1995. Only at first on vinyl for fans of old Graveland, Infernum, Behemoth, and Emperor. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I think it's got more of a. I think it sounds a bit more primitive than those bands. But yeah, okay, cool. But let me know what you think. Give this a listen and come back and be like, hey, what do we reckon? What do we reckon? Yeah, but yeah, masterful. For a glory of all evil spirits rise for glory. Make that happen. So that's it from me today. And fuck me dead. We went on for like over 40 minutes. Whew. So made it up to you. I made it up to you, hopefully. Ooh. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's B-Side Saturday. What have you guys been listening to? Leave it down in the comments and whatnot. And yeah, let me know about all that other stuff. How much of this stuff have I listened to this week that you know of, or what are you new to? Is there anything there that you haven't heard before? Let me know. Let's get the conversation going. Right, cool. With that being said, support the underground, your local record store, and I'll catch you motherfuckers tomorrow. In a bit, bruv.